Sun Goddess Amaterasu and Storm Lord Susanoo devised a contest. Two bands of ghosts would battle the forces of the underworld and compete for glory in their names. The great contest commenced. The stench of ash and death heralded the advance of Oni allies. The terrible curse delivered a blow to their competitors.
Never saw it coming.
Into the shadow!
Their demonic forces clawed their way out of the darkness. And Onryo surprised our heroes in battle. Hulking figures closed in. The shade stalled our heroes' advance. Fearsome horrors materialized from nowhere.
Into the shadows!
Ghost summoned an elder shade against their rivals. The ghost trusted a terrible curse would give them, and so they sent a shade to slow their rivals. And Onryo approached. Demonic forces clawed their way out of the darkness.
A foe can't be beat.
The horn blew and called forth the damned. Their curse halted the other team.
I'm fine.
Our heroes sent regards to their rivals with a shade. The heroes banded together. The fire spirit rained destruction on their rivals. The stench of ash and death heralded the advance of the allies. Then at their word, a fire spirit rose to bombard the other side. A vile host erupted. The ghosts placed a curse upon their opponents.
Into the shadows!
ghost, the shade that threatened our heroes' plans. A curse that sent our heroes found their offering. Horrors beyond imagining rose from the underworld. The contest concluded in their favor. Their patron was pleased, and our heroes earned great reward. The deeds of the ghosts are many. Let me share one with you. Choose, and I'll tell it. A harrowing tale. The deeds of the ghosts are many. Let me share one with you. Choose, and I'll tell it. A harrowing tale. Sun Goddess Amaterasu and Storm Lord Susanoo devised a contest. Two bands of ghosts would battle the forces of the under. The ghosts launched into battle.
I see Oni!
Vile host erupted from the depths of the underworld. The ghost cast a terrible curse.
Never saw it coming.
The infernal horde seemed almost boundless. Then Ondio approached. Horrors beyond the imagining rose from the underworld. The ghost summoned an elder shade against their rivals. Ghost summoned a shade.
My heroes never miss.
The fire spirit, the horn blew, called forth the damned. The ghost compelled a shade to block their opponents. Horrors beyond the imagining rose from the underworld. Our heroes cast a curse upon their rivals. They began blocking their offerings. The ghosts found themselves hindered by the shade.
Shadows!
Undaunted, the ghosts rose again to face the enemies before them. The stench of ash heralded the advance of Oni. The ghost swept through their foes like an Onyo surprised our heroes in battle. A vile host erupted from the depths of the underworld.
Ever sword coming.
The ghost cut through one army, only to turn and face another. With laughter from the heavens, the demonic forces clawed their way out. Time ran short as their competitors at last.
Over
the
here!
Final Oni were
A little help!
vanquished. Their rivals defeated, the ghosts emerged
Over here!
triumphant. Relax, choose, and I'll tell it. Excellent choice. Sun Goddess Amaterasu and Storm Lord Susanoo devised a contest. Two bands of ghosts would battle the forces of the underworld and compete for glory in their names. Our heroes' trials began. The horn blew and called forth the damned. Ghost trusted a terrible curse would give them an edge. Their god howled as the ghost endured a terrible curse. Host erupted from the depths of the underworld. When Ondio approached, a curse began to grate on our heroes. A vile host erupted from the depths of the underworld. A rival fire spirit targeted the ghosts. Conjured forth an elder shade. A terrible curse hit their rivals. Ghosts became afflicted by a terrible curse. The horn blew and called forth the damned. The ghosts sent a shade to mock their rivals. A ghost sat on the verge of death. A chill in the air warned that an Ondio drew near. The infernal horde seemed almost boundless. Ghosts found themselves, their rivals ready to face their final challenge. An Ondio approached. On their own. Their opponents made great strides. The heroes banded together for what could well be the end. Their rivals placed a curse on the ghosts. Our heroes sent regards to their rival. Demonic forces clawed their way out of the darkness. great contest drew toward a close as their competitors cleared the field. The Oni could not stand against them. Hulking figures closed in.
Into the shadow!
Their defeat was devastating as their god's displeasure washed over them. Sun Goddess Amaterasu and Storm Lord Susanoo devised a contest. Two bands of ghosts would battle the forces of the underworld and compete for glory in their names. The great contest commenced. Fire ocean erupted from the depths of the underworld. Their rivals suffered a terrible curse. The ghost curse harmed their rivals.
A foe can't be beat.
Their god howled. Horrors beyond imagining rose from the underworld. Their curse halted the other teams. The horn blew and called forth the damned. A terrible curse hit the ghost barely clung to life.
My hair.
Onryo, surprised, hulking figures closed in. Their rivals roused a fire spirit. The ghost placed a curse upon their opponents. The ghosts were stricken with a curse. The stench of ash and death heralded the advance of Oni allies. The ghosts inflict a horde of the fiercest Oni appeared, intent on trapping the ghosts in the underworld forever.
Into the shadow!
Hulking figures closed in. Oni fell to their blades. like wheat before a sickle. Time ran short as their competitors engaged demonic forces, clawed their way out of the darkness.
A foe can't be beat.
The ghost dispatched a horde of demons, but another took its place. Our heroes cast a curse upon hulking figures closed in. But their counterparts laid waste to the hordes opposing them. Cleansing the realm of Oni,
Over here!
the ghosts completed the contest and earned the favor of their patron god. Sun goddess Amaterasu and Storm Lord Susanoo devised a contest. Two bands of ghosts would battle the forces of the underworld and compete for glory in their names. The ghosts launched into battle.
Into the shadows!
Demonic forces clawed their way out of the darkness. The ghost trusted a terrible curse would give them an edge. The rival band put a terrible curse upon the ghosts.
My heroes never miss.
Horrors beyond imagining rose from the underworld. The stench of ash and death heralded the advance of Oni allies. And Onryo descended upon them. Their rivals suffered a terrible curse. The ghosts sent a shade to block their rivals. Curse with laughter from the heavens made their god howl.
Never saw it
As the
coming.
ghost endured a terrible curse, demonic forces clawed their way out of the darkness. The ghosts inflicted a shade on their competitors. Hulking figures closed in. Their rivals roused a fire spirit. The shade moved to block their offerings. Champions of their rival god, our heroes sent undaunted. The ghost rose again to face the enemies before them. The infernal horde seemed almost boundless. The ghost swept through their foes. Their opponents made great strides in their battle against the Oni. Demonic forces clawed their way out of the darkness.
Foe can't be beat.
The ghosts cut through one army, only to turn on another field. Their rivals closed in to finish. Horrors beyond imagining rose from the underworld. At last,
Your true
the
ally.
final Oni were vanquished. Their rivals defeated, the ghosts emerged triumphant. Relax for a moment. Listen to these tales. Let's begin. I'll share any story with you. Sun Goddess Amaterasu and Storm Lord Susanoo devised a contest. Two bands of ghosts would battle the forces of the underworld and compete for glory. The heroes sprang to test their mettle. The stench of ash and death heralded the advance of Oni allies. The ghost set a terrible curse on their opponents.
My
gates closed in. Their rivals roused a fire spirit. The ghosts started to stumble under it. Our heroes called an Elder Shade to knock their foes off of us. Horrors beyond a chill in the air warned that an Onryo drew near. A vile host erupted from the depths of the underworld. Their rivals placed a curse on the ghosts. And Onryo surprised our heroes in battle. And Onryo approached. Fearsome horrors materialized from nowhere. A curse began to grate on our heroes. The heroes banded together for what will be the end. Their curse halted the other team. Demonic forces clawed their way out of the darkness. The Oni could not stand against them. The stench of ash and death heralded the advance of Oni allies. Champions of another wave of Oni crashed against the ghosts. Another fell. The horn blew and called forth the damned. At last, the final Oni were vanquished. Their rivals defeated, the ghosts emerged triumphant. Relax for a moment. Listen to these tales. What legend would you like to hear? Choose, and I'll tell it. What legend would you like to hear? I'll share any story with you. Let's begin. Choose, and I'll tell it. Excellent choice. The defense of Aoi Village. And ghost attack with brutal speed. Oni breathed its final breath. Ghosts had no time to rest.
Your soul is mine.
Ghosts reign.
Last one's down.
The Who met their match? Nothing could stop the ghosts. Io lost a powerful ally to the ghosts. The ghosts felt the approach of an overwhelming force. More enemies.
Feel my blade!
Enemies fell quickly.
Oni!
Ghosts look beyond the ghosts.
Last one's down!
The enemy had not finished their assault.
Prepare for battle! was it?
Ground waves as the enemies approach. Enemy numbers dropped quickly. Ghost hit them. The ghosts proved no foe was too powerful for them. The ghost prepared for more battle. Ghost butchered foe after foe. Ghosts delivered death from high above their enemy. Oni was no match for the ghosts. Nothing too difficult for the ghosts. The ghosts' foes advanced without fear.
Looks like we can rest.
The ghosts' fight was far from over. led to this moment. Only was no match for the ghosts. A ghost wouldn't stand on their own.
Feel my blade!
That was rough.
More enemies approach. Enemies' numbers quickly. The ghosts took a moment to celebrate their victory. The ghosts' fight was far from over. The ghosts gave everything they had. The ghosts fought back the enemy, but they were not yet done. The ground waved as the enemies approached. We enter the mines. Ghost butchered foe after foe. Again, the ghost stood victorious. Ghosts were not yet finished. Oni was no match for the ghosts. Ghost went beyond the call. The ghosts fight far from it. Oni breathed its final breath.
Think that was the last one.
The ghosts felt the approach of an overwhelming force.
We did it. Your soul is mine.
The ghost had defeated powerful adversaries, but the path to victory is long and filled with enemies to overcome. The deeds of the ghosts are many. Let me share one with you.